And here we are with the dominant 7th worksheet for level 5 RCM, and I've made this worksheet myself. You can download it from the website, and let's do it together now so you can see if you got the right answers. So let's start with question 1. Write the key signature and dominant 7th chord for each of these keys. So write the key signature. We're going to be working with key signatures. We'll start here. D major has 2 sharps, Father Charles, F sharp and C sharp. And now we have to write the dominant 7th chord in the key of D major. Step 1 is to figure out what the root is. The root of the dominant 7th chord in D major is the 5th note of D major, and the 5th note of D major is A. D, E, F sharp, G, A. The dominant of D is A. There's the root. Step 2 is to write a major triad above the root. An A major triad is A, C sharp, E, and step 2 is to finish it off with a minor 7th above the root. And a minor 7th above A is G natural. I know it's G natural because a major 7th would be G sharp. The 7th note of an A major scale is G sharp. If we lower that by 1, we get this minor 7th G natural. That's the right answer. Okay, now we're going to build a dominant 7th in the key of E major. We'll start by writing the key signature. Father Charles goes down. There are 4 sharps. And step 1 is to write the dominant note of E major. The 5th note of E major is a B. I'm going to write it low down here. Now step 2 is to write a major triad on top of that root. A B major triad consists of B, D sharp, and F sharp, which is taken care of for us by the key signature. And step 3 is to write a minor 7th above the note B. A minor 7th above the note B happens to be A natural. That's the right answer. Dominant 7th in the key of A major. Key of A major has 3 sharps. Father Charles goes. And step 1 is to figure out the root. The 5th note of an A major scale is E. E is the dominant of an A major scale. Step 2 is to write an E major triad, a major triad above the root. So we have E, G sharp, and B. That's an E major triad. And step 3 is to finish it off with a minor 7th. Minor 7th above E is D. A major 7th above E is D sharp, because D sharp is the 7th note of an E major scale. And we lower it by 1, we get D natural. Dominant 7th of G major. G major has 1 sharp. And the dominant note of G major is D. 5th note of a G major scale is D. Write a major triad on top. D, F sharp, which is given to us by the key signature, and A is a D major triad. And step 3 is to finish it off with a minor 7th. Minor 7th above D is the note C. Your friend and mine. B flat major has 2 flats. Battle ends. 5th note of B flat major is F. Right? B flat, C, D, E flat, F. Dominant of B flat major is F. Step 2 is to write a major triad on top of F. Step 3 is to write a minor 7th on top of F. 1, 2, 3, blah, blah, blah. Minor 7th on top of F is E flat, and it's all taken care of by the key signature. E flat major. Key of E flat major is 3 flats, battle ends, and step 1, write the root of the dominant 7th of E flat. The dominant of E flat is a B flat. I'll write it down here to save space. And then we write a B flat major triad on top of the root, and then we write a minor 7th on top of the root. And that's the dominant 7th of E flat major. Now we have minor keys. Still using a key signature. Let's now remember, I've said this several times in the old videos, and that big red slide would come up by my face that says Music Theory Emergency. Remember what that emergency is. When we're working in minor key signatures with dominant 7th chords, we have to manually raise the leading tone, so don't forget. Watch. Every question on this line is in a minor key, which means for every single answer here, we're going to have to manually raise the leading tone. Okay, let's write the key signature first. The key signature of F sharp minor is 3 sharps because it's the relative minor of A major. Okay, step 1 is figure out the root of the dominant 7th chord in F sharp minor. The root of the dominant 7th chord in F sharp minor is the 5th note of F sharp minor, and the 5th note of F sharp minor is C sharp. And we don't need to write the C sharp because the key signature takes care of it for us. Now, step 2 is to write a major triad on top of the root. C sharp, E, G, sharp. This is, right now, this is a C sharp minor triad. I have to physically raise the 3rd, E sharp, which is the leading tone of F sharp minor. Now it's a C sharp major triad. Now we can continue. Step 3 is to make a minor 7th on top of C sharp. Minor 7th on top of C sharp is B natural. And that's the right answer. So when we wrote in the major keys, we didn't have to add any accidentals, but down here we have to add accidentals to raise the leading tone. G minor. Key signature of G minor is 2 flats, B flat, and E flat, because G minor is the relative minor of B flat major. The 5th note of G minor is D. Okay, that's step 1. Now step 2 is to build a major triad on top of the root. This is a D minor triad right now. Raise the 3rd, make it a major 3rd, adding the leading tone, and then finished off with a minor 7th, and that is the dominant 7th of G minor. F minor. Key signature of F minor is 4 flats, battle, ends, and down, because F minor is the relative key of A flat major. 5th note of F minor is C. Now we need to build a C major triad, and I can do that by making this E natural instead of E flat. That's a C major triad. And step 3 is to add the minor 7th on top. Minor 7th on top of C natural is B flat. That's the right answer. Okay, the key signature of C minor. C minor is the relative minor of E flat major, and E flat major has 3 flats, battle, and. 5th note of C minor is G. 5th note of C major is also G. Now we need to make a G major chord. This is G, B flat, D. That's a G minor chord. So get rid of the B flat, raise it by 1. Now it's a G major chord. And step 3 is to add the minor 7th. G major, minor 7th. This is the dominant 7th of C minor. And over here we have a D minor key signature. That's 1 flat because it's relative of F major. Step 1 is to find the root of the dominant 7th chord. The 5th note of a D minor scale is A. Now we build an A major chord. A major has a C sharp in it. There's an A major triad. And now we add the minor 7th. The minor 7th on top of A is G natural. Now I'm going pretty fast. If this is too fast for you, you need to go back to my intervals video and practice finding intervals. Okay, if you're getting lost and you don't know why that A to G natural is a minor 7th, you've gone too far in my videos. Go back and go to the intervals video. A minor's key signature is nothing, hooray, because A is the relative of C. What's the 5th note of an A minor scale? E. Step 2 is to build an E major triad. This is not an E major triad. E, G, B is E minor. Let's add the G sharp, raise the 3rd. Now it's a major chord. And last we add the minor 7th on top. And that is the dominant 7th of A minor. Good. Question 2. Name the major key in which all of these dominant 7th chords exist. Keyword being major. No pun intended. Haha. We're in the bass clef, pay attention. So, we have to figure out which major key this dominant 7th chord belongs to. We have to pay attention to the lowest note. The lowest note, looking at it, will give us the root, and then we will use that root and assume it's the dominant of a key signature, and then we're going to count backwards, okay? So here we have what looks like an dominant 7th chord built on the note A. A is the root of this chord. So we have to ask ourselves, in what major key is A the dominant? Or in what major key is A the 5th note? I know that A is the 5th note of a D major scale. So the key is D major. All right, that's all you got to do. Let's go over here. The root of this dominant 7th chord is B. Now we ask ourselves, in what major key is B the dominant note? B happens to be the 5th note of an E major scale, right? E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B. So this dominant 7th chord belongs to the key of E major. And I might as well just tell you, you can also write M-A. If you're more comfortable, you can write D major, E major. Plus is an old-fashioned way of writing that for us old people. Okay, what do we have here? We have what looks like a dominant 7th chord built on F. F is the root. Ask yourself, in what major key is F the dominant note? In what major key is F the 5th note? Is it B major? Let's count down. F, underneath F is E, underneath E is D, underneath D is C, and underneath C is B. Maybe it's B major. It's not, right? Because B major doesn't have an F natural, it has an F sharp. So you got that wrong. Shame on you. F is the 5th note of B flat major, not B major. Over here, oh look, the root is B. So we have a dominant 7th chord. Oops, I'm sorry, I was reading that in the treble clef. Shame on me. This is a dominant 7th chord built on D. We have D, F sharp, A, C. In what major key is D the 5th note of the scale? D is the 5th note of a G major scale. So this is the dominant 7th chord of G major. Over here, let's look. This is a dominant 7th chord built on G. G is the root. In what key is G the dominant note? C major. The 5th note of C major scale is G, and that's where we build the dominant chord. So this dominant 7th chord belongs to the key of C major. And the last one, we have an actual C. C, E, G, B flat. This is a dominant 7th chord built on the note C. C is the 5th note of an F major scale. Count down 5, you end up with F. So this is the dominant 7th of F major. Okay, question number 3. Write the dominant 7th chord below their given note. Below their given root quality chord symbol. So here's the root quality chord symbol. This is an A flat. This is a dominant 7th chord built on A flat. This is the dominant 7th chord built on C. This is the dominant 7th chord built on F, etc. And we are going to represent that down here with pitch material. So root quality. The root is A flat and the quality is a 7th chord, a dominant 7th in this case. So easy, let's just write an A flat. That's step 1. Now step 2 is to write a major triad. A flat, C, E flat is a major triad. And step 3 is to write a minor 7th above the root. And a minor 7th above A flat is G flat. And that's the right answer. So forget about key signatures right now. This symbol represents this sonority. A dominant 7th chord where A flat is the root, and there it is. This says C7. Root is C, quality is dominant 7th. So the root is C, they've given it to us, C. We're building a dominant 7th chord. Step 2 to building a dominant 7th chord after the root is to build a major triad. C, E, G is a major triad. And step 3 is to write a minor 7th on top. There's our C dominant 7th chord. F7, root is F, quality is dominant 7th. So we're building a dominant 7th chord on the note F. Here's the note F. Step 2 is to write a major triad. FAC is an F major triad. And we have a minor 7th on top. There, that's a dominant 7th chord built on the note F, just like the root quality chord symbol told us to. B7 over here. Root is B. Quality is dominant 7th. Let's find a B. There's our root. Then we build a major triad on top. A B major triad consists of a D sharp and an F sharp. Again, if you don't know why, you need to go back to the key signatures video and or the intervals video and maybe even the scales video. And a minor 7th on top of B is A natural. That's a B dominant 7th chord. G7, root, G, quality, dominant 7th, root, G, major triad on top, minor 7th. There's a dominant 7th chord built on the note G. And lastly, B flat 7. B flat is the root, dominant 7th. Let's find a B flat as our root, write it down there. Now we write a major triad and a minor 7th on top. Good. That's that one done. And last question, question number 4. Write the dominant 7th chord above the functional chord symbol written within the given major key. So these are major keys. That would be F major, A flat major, A major. And now we are writing the dominant 7th chord of that key. So the root isn't given to us the way it is in root quality chord symbols. We have to find the roots ourselves. So I know that this is F major. I'll write it over there to remind myself, because I'm forgetful. Now, the dominant 7th of F major. So what's the dominant note of F major? We have to find the root. Let's count. F, G, A, B flat, C. C is the 5th note of F major. We'll find a C. And now we can start, because we have the root, build a major triad on top. And a minor 7th. The minor 7th is B flat, but we don't have to physically write in the B flat because it's been given to us by the key signature. Good. Over here we have 4 flats. That is A flat major. Why isn't it F minor? Because the question said major keys. Okay, what's the 5th note? This V represents 5. What's the 5th note of an A flat major scale? That would be E flat. I'll write it there, and I don't need to write in the flat because the key signature takes care of it for me. Now I build a major triad on top of the root. E flat, G, B flat. That's E flat major. And now last thing, I need to put a minor 7th on top. A minor 7th on top of E flat is D flat, and I don't even have to write the D flat because the key signature took care of it for me. Okay, this is A major, 3 sharps. What's the 5th note of an A major scale? Let's see. A, B, C sharp, D, E. The root is E. Now we need to build an E major triad on top of the root. E, G sharp, B. That's an E major triad, and now we need a minor 7th. E to D is a minor 7th. The key signature helped us out. We didn't have to physically write in that G sharp. The key signature took care of it for us. 2 flats over here. That's B flat major. What's the 5th note of B flat major? 5th note of B flat major is F. So F, build a major triad, F, A, C. And then a minor 7th on top of F is E flat, and again the key signature takes care of it for us. I don't have to write in the E flat. 1 sharp, that's G major. What's the 5th note of G major? The 5th note of G major is D. Now we need a D major triad. D, F sharp, A, that's a D major triad, and a minor seventh on top. Minor seventh on top of D is E. And the last one, 4 sharps, is E major. What's the 5th note of E major? B is the 5th note of E major. Now we build a B major triad on top of the note B, and a minor 7th on top of the note B is A natural. There's an F sharp and a D sharp there, but the key signature takes care of it for us. And that is the homework sheet. If you want to see more of them, you can go download them from classicalcontext.ca and do more, because this is a lot of fun, I'm sure.